Social.
Yeah, baby.
Y'all know this is my favorite segment. Katino Mobley back with us, joining us, Marcellus. Our social media manager, Darnell Smith, is here.
What's up, Nell?
Tell us what's popping on them Twitter streets.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. You looking good today, Katino.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I like
drip.
that chain out.
You know what
I
I'm
don't know
saying?
what I think about that shit.
Wakanda forever.
I was gonna get you one.
You what? Oh, well, I love it.
Never mind.
Where you get it from? Zamunda?
Big Bill give you that.
He did. All right, y'all. Let's get it going with the Oscars from last night.
Uh-oh.
The movie Green Book took home the award for Best Picture. Of course, this sent Twitter on a rampage with people arguing about whether or not the movie deserved to win the award. Most people thought it was ridiculous and slammed the Academy and the movie. Director Spike Lee was so upset that the movie won, he even got up and tried to leave the theater. I haven't seen the movie yet, but Whitlock, I know you recently watched it. Did you think it deserved Best Picture?
I watched the movie last night after the Oscars, after it won. And because I wanted to see what the fuss was about, I saw everybody going off. And I think most of the critics missed the mark. I don't think it was a good movie. I went and read what the guy's family, Dr. Shirley, the pianist, what his family had to say about the movie and the way it was portrayed. And so, but I'm not surprised that it won because I felt like it hit the very liberal message of and this is what Hollywood loves. Here's a black guy with identity issues, and there's a white person there to teach him how to be black. And so that rings real true in Hollywood, and so I'm not surprised it got the highest award in Hollywood.
Man, I don't watch the Oscars because it ain't that damn serious. It ain't that damn deep for every movie. Like, it's amazing, like, when you do a movie that's a fiction of someone's life, like the Tupac movie, whatever movie you want to pick. Oh, they didn't nail it. They didn't say it the right way. You know what? It's 2 hours of somebody who lived for many a years, and it's very complex. And I liked the movie. It was one of my favorite movies last year. However, I didn't think it was going to win Best Picture, in part, because I didn't see the whole catalog of choices. What's Boys in the Hood didn't win the Oscar one year? Y'all still believing in the Oscars? Y'all just lost.
I don't, but I'll say this, Marcel. I think if you watch the movie and just watch the movie, I do think it's fine.
It was good. Really good.
But if you go and find out, like, well, hold on, man, they done portrayed this guy in a way that's offensive to his family and offensive to the truth, that's what made me disconnect from the movie.
Well, listen, I didn't read what the family said. I took a different perspective about it. One of my best friends, John Gruntfast, he was telling me about, like, the NHL. And in the NHL, there's, like, the Hart Trophy, and then there's the Ted Lindsay Award, right? So there's the most valuable player, and then there's most outstanding. Now, me being African-American, as us three are, us four are, you want to see Black Panther. So besides Black Panther, besides Green Book, the favorite, there was two other movies. I like those two. So during the time that it is now, let's just say in America, Green Book showed me something totally different. Tony Lip, who was the Italian in there, he wasn't trying to tell him to be black. He was just saying, embrace your culture as well. Because Tony Lip, if you watch the movie, is rolling dice with the black guys.
We gotta go. We gotta move to the next topic. Yeah. But if you talk to the family, Tony Lip didn't teach him that or didn't try to show him that.
Yeah, well,
guy didn't need
yeah,
that's
different stories.
Yeah, moving on to my man Ocho Cinco, who's always spreading the love over social media, but on Friday he took it to a new level. One of Chaz's Twitter followers said he was facing eviction, and after showing them the proof, Ocho sent him $1,500 via PayPal to take care of the bill. The fan responded with a screen grab of the payment, tweeting, "God is our refuge and strength. I owe this man my life." Now, man, look, some people don't loan you $5, so I thought this was pretty dope. But were you guys impressed by this?
Who made it public? The other guy or Chad?
The other guy. The other guy. The full discussions on Twitter.
I like it.
I like it. Give it as anonymous to anonymous.
I got a problem with it. One, whatever decisions and whatever consequences, circumstances the guy's living in, put him in this bad position, which I am happy that Chad helped him. But what the guy obviously needs more is not to be in his position again, whatever those circumstances are. So this is kind of a Band-Aid of a situation, and it's good. But, you know, if I'm ever facing eviction or ever the times I wasn't out there. I wasn't, you know, I didn't have social media. I didn't do anything of that nature, something entertainment based or just I'm on that grind to go get this. And so there's something that's deeper that we're not going to hit with this story.
Why did you post it?
Why'd you post it? And his fix is for how long? Is he got to come back next month?
Right.
So that's where I'm kind of, I don't want to.
And it's $1,500.
1,500, and we right there.
What kind of rent is that?
Now, hold on, man. Everybody ain't living in L.A.
No, I'm not talking about that, but how long is that?
In Mobile.
That's a month. Not a month.
That's a month.
All right. Darnell, what's next?
Darnell is. Right.
Let's get to some NBA. On Saturday, the Bucks beat the Timberwolves, but the bigger story was Ja Rule's halftime performance. The rapper took some heat over Twitter after facing some sound issues at the start of the show. Giannis obviously wasn't a fan because he was busy putting up shots in the middle of the performance. Even the Timberwolves Twitter page took a shot at Ja with the tweet mocking him from the Fire documentary, but Ja Rule clapped back saying, "You just jinxed yourself talking to the God this way. You're cursed now. You won't win the championship for the next 30 years. Should the Timberwolves be worried about a curse from Ja Rule?
No, Ja Rule needs to be worried about that Fire Festival documentaries on Netflix and Hulu.
How about that?
To put a curse on his career for the next 30
No, 50 Cent Ben did that. I'm trying to act like this brand new his
50 and Ja been fighting forever.
Yeah, man, shout out to Ja Rule. Ja Rule just had a concert at the Novo, and it was cracking, people said. So
Ja's my guy.
I like Ja Rule. I don't know why all the hate.
I'm sorry that happened. I'm sorry that happened.
Did you see Fire
I did. And he wasn't the leader of that. He was partners with him, but he was a minor, silent partner.
Yeah, Billy McFarland.
Oh, no.
Billy McFarland.
Yeah, come on, man. Let's go.
That's who it was, Billy McFarland.
Billy
McFarland is the real G in this. He took the hit for everybody.
We should have.
Oh, that's the G?
Yeah,
should have.
Yeah, he took the hit for everybody.
Nobody down with him.
But Jason, he should have.
Yeah, he's the one that...
Kendall Jenner, Bella Hayden,
all the models.
all of them, they endorsed it as well.
Not like Ja. Ja was right in the middle of it.
Because they thought he was going to get paid.
He thought he was going to pay
All right, Darnell, what's next?
Yeah, so today on The Herd, A-Rod was talking about his support of superstar players getting paid big money. Take a listen.
People scream and shout when a player signs for $300 million, but when the Dodgers trade for north of $2 billion, or the Marlins trade for north of $1 billion, nobody says anything. It's like big, bad America's supposed to make all the economics. But in a world, it should be more democratic. And if the industry's gone from $1 billion to $10 billion, it's good for it to be spread around and for players to get paid in a big way, and it's guaranteed.
Does he have a point here?
Yeah, he's got a point that certainly the players should benefit in the growth of Major League Baseball and all professional sports. But do they got to get these $300 million contracts? I don't know.
They should. It's always this dissension between ownership and labor. And many facets of the interactions, and when a team sells, wow, good for them. When a player gets cashed in for a certain amount, what? And we always have that. I think in part, the general public feels more connected to the labor because that's their life. And so they look at the players like, how dare you get what I deserve or I should be a part of? But ownership just seems distant from that and distant from a lot of the issues and the damning that should come.
I'm going to keep it short. If the owners and the team makes a lot of money and they're growing, then whoever's helping that should get paid money as well.
Right.
Get a raise as well.
There it is.
I just don't like the 10-year contract.
Right.
That's
long.
Anyway, all right, Darnell, question of the day. What's up?
Look at that cell phone, y'all.
My guy. My question of the day. My guy. My question of the day. 285 pounds.
All right, y'all. So Martellus Bennett actually went on like a mini rant this weekend on coaches playing the role of a father, and I thought it was pretty interesting. So I want to ask you guys, what are your thoughts on coaches acting as father figures?
I'm going to let the professional athletes go first.
Man, look, this is tough for me. My father was there, and I would put him up as father of the year every single year. Always there in support, never there pushing me. My coaches had a defined role, which was obviously to have great influence, sometimes being that third parent, but never stepping on the toes of my father. And I don't need a father figure when I grew up with one. And I will also look for role models within my family unit before I would look for a guy who's maybe volunteering his time or getting paid just to teach me a craft.
Well, for me, I was blessed with a stepfather and a father, and both were in my life. And, it's like me taking my daughter or my son to school. That teacher has my child the majority of the time during that day. I drop them off at 8, I get her at 2:30, right? So she has the majority of the time. So that, whether it's a male or a female, that is that role model, that mother, that father of them. Because you want to have a rapport with that coach or that teacher. So, I don't know about, Bennett, but Jim Herrick was like a father figure to me. You know, it's okay to have more than one.
Yeah, I'm right there with these guys. I had a great father, and so didn't need the coaches to be my father figures. But I had some coaches I was very close to. My high school head coach, Jerry Stauffer, and we had, Coach Willen.
Right.
Coach Willen coached me and Darnell, and he was a father figure to a lot of players that didn't have fathers. I can think Coach Willen's in the hospital right now. I hope you're feeling better. But he was a father figure. We had a guy co-captain on our team, Chris Hurt, that had nobody.
Right.
And if it wasn't for Coach Willen taking him back and forth to school and doing a lot of other things, he would have had nothing. So I don't know where Martellus is coming from.
Yeah, it always seems like in absence of something or someone will raise your kids.
Right, exactly.
A lot of times we know it's the streets, we know it's the community.
Right.
And luckily for some guys, it's a father figure in athletics. But I didn't have that absence, so I'm not exactly understanding where this comes from.
Yeah, I think it's all case by case, right? As a coach, you have to find out what does your player need. And in some cases, you got certain players, like you said, don't have a father figure at home. So if you know that as a coach, I think you should step into that role, give them that discipline, and kind of give them that father figure that they need. There's some other players that maybe they're getting that discipline at home, they're getting certain things at home, and you coach them differently. So I just think it's case by case, but I don't have a problem with it.
All right, coming up. Once Duke superstar Zion Williamson blew out his shoe, you knew there would be a call to lower the NBA draft age. We'll tell you what we think.